to try to warm you up here in Nassau, Bahamas. Now I don't have Bailey in the bag because we're still filming the conference. Now, I'm here with a photographer. My photographer is filming today. And I don't have to film today, so that's why. But he's inside filming for a couple of hours. I come out here and show you the Baha Mar. So let me turn the camera outward and show you the beach. Now I don't have my cordless mic, so I'm going to try to talk close to the camera, so hopefully the audio is okay. So the Baha Mar is made up of 3 major resorts. You got the Rosewood, the Grand Hyatt, which is the center main resort, and then you got the SLS Baha Mar. But there's a couple of resorts on the outskirts that you can stay at, and you're still able to use their amenities. Like, now I'm right on the edge of the Baha Mar property. There's these gentlemen in blue, I think they're security. But this is the Breezes Resort right here. So if you're staying at the Breezes Resort, you're able to use the amenities of the Baha Mar. So that's Breezes. And then I also want to point out over there is Goodman Beach. Goodman Beach is a public beach. You know, and there's free parking most of the areas here. Goodman Beach is public beach. I want to get over there some point today. We showed a little bit of that in the video 2 years ago, but I think they have jet ski rentals. I think they have small boat tours that go out to this little island here. Because we'll show you the boat tours that are further up that you catch around the downtown area that take you out to the Pig Beach, to Rose Island, and all that. On the edited video we'll show you that. So I'm gonna pop in the first resort, show you the pool area of the Rosewood, and then we'll just walk you around, and then I'll get back to the beach there. So I know you all want to see the nice turquoise water color. So those of you who are watching, let me know where you're watching from, and you can give me the temperature of where you're at. The big story around here is that a lot of people are stuck here because some of the people who are from up north, they can't fly home, so they're stuck in the Bahamas. I guess it's not a bad place to be stuck in, but you know, they may have to pay a little extra for extended rentals. So this first resort is the Rosewood. So I'll walk in here a little bit. They have a nice little tiki bar over there that we'll show you as we walk out. So when I did the video 2 years ago, we were at our conference out, and I'm here because I'm filming a conference at Baha Mar. Oh, 9 degrees in southern Indiana. Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, I hear it's cold. So again, this is the Rosewood Resort, one of the 3 resorts that make up Baha Mar. But like I said, there's a couple resorts, I think, just on the outskirts. Hey, William. Oh, Natural Bridge, Virginia, 14 degrees. Yeah, Natural Bridge. I'd love to get out there in the summer. I've been wanting to get out to the western part of Virginia. Such a beautiful country out there. So there you have a look at the Rosewood, and that's the resort that, let me get my directions straight, I think on the north part. I don't know, my directions are all messed up here. So let's walk down the beach now a little bit. Oh, Wilmington, North Carolina. Hey, Doug. Wilmington, North Carolina, 37 degrees. Wow, I feel for you all. I guess it's a brutal weekend. From what I see in the news, it's not really affecting Florida too much. Florida is going to be a little cold next week, but when I say cold, I mean like in the 40s, low 40s, maybe upper 30s. So I'll show you this. Oh, Shenandoah Skyline video. Yeah, that was kind of a shorter video. I didn't have enough to really do the whole Skyline Drive and Blue Ridge Parkway. Oh, you're in Ocala. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, because I'm flying into Orlando tomorrow. So that's called the Tingun on the Sand Cafe. It's part of the Rosewood. Then looks like they also have a Airstream trailer bar that's right on the beach, overlooking the water there. All right, and again, I apologize if my audio isn't the best because I don't have my cordless mic with me right now.
Back to business.
So we'll take you down the beach over to the pier area. You see the color of the water there. So this is where the Rosewood ends, and then this is the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar, the main resort of Baha Mar. So Bailey's gonna go jet skiing with me a little bit later. She's cooped up inside the Airbnb just for a couple of hours now. She's had several long sessions there inside the Airbnb. I've been working this conference for about 60 hours from Wednesday evening till late last night. So okay, yeah, I want to show you one of the reasons when we did Nassau a couple of years ago. We showed you a lot of the Atlantis, but even then I said I thought the Baha Mar was better than the Atlantis. And one of the big reasons is how it's laid out and these food trucks over there that we're going to go walking by. At Atlantis, everything is so spread out and you just got to walk. If you got to go to the restroom, you got to walk a mile. If you want to get something to eat, you got to walk a mile. Hey, good morning, Orchid's Love. Good to see you. So now we're in Grand Hyatt Baha Mar. And I'll take you around the pool deck first, and then we'll come back by the food trucks and then back out to the beach again. So this is a pavilion area. Hey, are you all going to show the Super Bowl like you normally do out on the lawn? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I know when we were here 2 years ago, they set up a big screen TV out here to show the Super Bowl. So this is the big event lawn. It's AstroTurf. And so look towards the buildings. You just see these palm trees everywhere, and they're gorgeous palm trees. Yeah, hey Robert. Yeah, I'm enjoying life now. It was brutal work. It was brutal work the last 60 hours. I was basically filming and edit. Would you say the cost and expense of flying to the Bahamas is better than just driving to a high quality South Florida beach resort? Yeah, I'd say you want to come to the Bahamas at least once. Yeah, there is a cost. You know, relatively, it's simple. Just because, you know, as far as dollars, they take the American dollar here because the American dollar is about equivalent to the Bahamian dollar. So you just bring lots of ones. That's what I'd recommend. Bring lots of ones in smaller amounts because, you know, there's some food places that only accept cash and then for tips and things. So that's the thing I would recommend. Bring lots of ones, but there's no reason to exchange your money to get the Bahamian dollar. So that is simple. Bringing a dog here is fairly simple, and I'll give you information on that in the video. In fact, it's easier to bring a dog here than it is to Hawaii. This is a little bar. I don't know what the name. Oh, this is called The Palms. Yeah, I think we showed this in last year's video. But let me show you the pool. Of course, there's several pool decks, and this pool bar I want to show you. You can hear the Bahamian music. So this is a water bar. It opens at 10:30, right? Yeah. You know, you can use a portal and travel there. Is there any way you can use a portal and travel there to get out of the ice storm? Oh yeah. Where are you at there? So this is the bar. You know, they serve you right in the water, so you don't even have to get out of the water to get your tropical drink. Oh, mid-Tennessee. Yeah, what's the temperature there in mid-Tennessee? I love the Rockies. I mean, I love the Smokies, but I wouldn't want to be there right now. "20 degrees. Ooh, 20 degrees in mid-Tennessee. So I think that building on the left is Rosewood. My rule is to make your vacation your own. Don't go on vacation, save money. Your dreams will turn into memories. Yeah, that's true. You know, if it's just a few extra dollars. Now, food here is expensive. Like if you go in a grocery store, you're going to pay almost double. Somewhere between 150% to 200% for food. Now, some things are relatively cheap. Eggs are same price as they are in the States. Coffee, surprisingly, is about the same price. Might even be a little bit cheaper here. But most things are expensive. Yeah, most things are expensive just because they have to ship everything into here. And I'm going to give you lots of advice about the grocery stores on the island. I'm going to cover 3 of them and where to shop. Now, we're in a good Airbnb. Now, from the outside, it looks like a junk apartment. But the inside is fine and the location is perfect. It's only like 5 minutes from here. And what I like about it, it's got this place called the Bamboo Grill right next to it. And the Bamboo Grill is a counter-serve eatery, and they're awesome. You get turkey burgers, fish, chicken, roasted chicken, and vegetables. Lots of vegetables. I need to eat my vegetables. You know, when you're traveling, it's always good to make sure you're taking care of your body with nutrients and vegetables so you don't catch any diseases, especially this time of year. So here's I'll show you another little small pool here. So those things out in the middle of the pool, cabanas, are they like you rent those?
No, those are first come, first served.
Oh, first come. Okay, so
Yes,
there you have. So those are first come, first served, and then but the cabanas on the back, you do rent. How much are the cabanas to rent?
You have to talk to the people in the tower.
Okay, okay. I would guess these cabanas are probably, I'm guessing around $300. I don't know what the price is because you got a little TV there, you got a safe, and then 2 loungers and some furniture inside. 9 degrees. Where are you at, Krista? Yeah, Krista. So there you have it. So here, I would say the temperature's in the low 70s. In fact, it's a little warm. Indiana. It's warm, but there's a nice breeze. Oh, Indiana. So it's 9 degrees in Indiana right now. So you have these restrooms right here, changing rooms. No, yeah, these are restrooms, and they're right next to the pool deck. If you're staying at Atlantis, to go to, I think they may have one set of restrooms outside, but I'm not even sure they do that. But you know, if you got to walk inside Atlantis to go to the restrooms, it's a long walk. Okay, so now these chairs have changed colors, so I think we're in the SLS part of Baha Mar. So yeah, so Baha Mar is so much more convenient than Atlantis, and plenty of tiki bars. That girl that just walked by, I think she and the little kid, I think they were in the previous video that we did. That sounded just like her. We interviewed her in the previous video. Let's see if I can catch up to them. Because I remember she had a little girl just like that. It sounded just like her. And they were about that height. So let's walk back out to the beach. I know I see a cruise ship way out there. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the waterfall. Oh yeah, so there's a waterfall and there's an aquarium underneath. Now I remember that. So I'm gonna try to get into the water park, although I may not be able to. It's $160 if you're not staying at the Baha Mar, but if I can get a hold of a key, like from one of the people who I'm filming the conference for, then I can get in for free. That's what I did at Atlantis, but I haven't been able to get a hold of the people at the conference that I need to get the key. So this is called the Out Island Bar. Yeah, let's walk out that way. Get you back to the ocean. Oh, okay, yeah, the food trucks. Okay. Now this is the big reason why I like Baha Mar over Atlantis is these food trucks. Yeah, I think there's 4 of them out here. Did you go on a cruise? No, I didn't go on a cruise, but I did film the cruise port area. I flew here on Southwest. Now, if I do this conference again in 2 years, because they alternate every 2 years. This is a company we've been filming for 10 years. And every other year they change. They have the conferences on the East Coast on even numbered years, and then on the West Coast, usually in Arizona, on odd numbered years. And she talked about they were really pleased with us and might be wanting us to do Arizona this coming year. Tell them you're doing a promotional video. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I'd be better off telling them I'm part of this conference, and I just want to get shots. But, a lot of times, the workers just, they don't know, and they're just instructed to not let anybody in. And I'm sure a lot of people try to give them stories to try to get in. So, and I don't have much time left because as soon as my photographer is done filming, which is at 11, we want to go back to the Airbnb, pick up Bailey, and then I'm going to go jet skiing with Bailey. And I want to film a couple of things. I want to try to film the poop deck. That's a big restaurant that's popular to see. Pupper goes jet skiing. Yeah, that'll be the first time. You know, I had originally, you know, this is the company. If you saw our ATV tour, you know, I did that video, sent it to that company, and so I said, hey, I'll be happy to show your other tours if you can comp me. So they comped me the jet ski tour, and it was originally going to be Tuesday afternoon, but the weather on Tuesday was rough. It was windy and cloudy, so we didn't do it. So if I were going to do it on that day, I wasn't going to bring Bailey because it just would have been too dangerous. But today's nice, sunny, not very windy, and I asked them if I could bring the dog, and they said, yeah, sure. So I figured while I'm in the Bahamas, take advantage of those kind of things, because here in the Bahamas, it's like anything goes. I mean, I rode a horse with a dog on the previous video. So things that in the States, they don't let you do here in the Bahamas, you know, a lot of times you can get away with it. So we're back by that water cave, waterfall area again. Show you this side of it. Let me walk underneath. Then we'll take you out by the pier. Oh yeah, show you a little bit of the aquarium that you can see. Yeah, so hey, I'm gonna set the camera down for a second and get my GoPro out, because I want to film that what I just showed you with the GoPros. So give me about 1 minute and I'll be right back. In the meantime, you have the pool deck there to look at. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So I wanted to film that now just in case I don't get a chance afterward. Because I'm wearing my backpack now, where I have my shorts and towel. So I may try to jump into that pool and get you better shots of that aquarium on the edited video. All right. Freezing my buns off here. They're swimming in paradise. Yeah, that's right. What did you say it was in Indiana? 9 degrees, something like that. So if you have some recommendations you want me to film, you know, we have all day today, and then that's about it, because I'm flying Sunday back, but then I'll be able to start to edit. It might take at least a couple of weeks to do this video, just because I've got a little editing I got to do for the conference that paid me to film here. So it looks like you got kayaks here you can rent. So they got paddle boards. Oh, I didn't see that last comment. So are the kayaks free to use? What? Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So they're all that is free if you're staying to use. All right.
So for now,
All right, I'll take you out on the pier here. And I'm gonna get out my GoPro here. So filming the edited video as well as your live video that you're seeing at the same time. I gotta raise my GoPro up. Get some water shut. You might see a little bit of shaking here. Okay. Yeah, so you see up north, that bend around there, I want to say that's around called Saunders Beach. And then around that turn is the fish fry, famous area here to eat that's got several eateries. And then after that is Junkanoo Beach, which we're going to show a lot of on the video. Probably the most popular beach here. Where again, you got all kinds of little vendors to eat at, tiki bars. And now down this way is the Sandals Resort. In fact, my Airbnb is right across the street from Sandals. And I'll give you all the information on my Airbnb because it's great. I basically paid about $1,500 to $1,600 for 10 days. So that's roughly about $150 a day. And it's great. On the outside, it kind of looks junky. It's an apartment complex. But, you know, I've only seen one other, even though the apartment complex seems like it's got about 10 rooms. There's only been one other person there, and I'm in room number 1. It's on the ground floor, just very convenient. It's gated. So on the outside, it looks kind of junky, but the inside is just fine. And it's a great location, you know, if you can't afford the Baha Mar like me, but you want to be near the Baha Mar, it's a great spot. I lucked out because, and even though it says no pets, I asked him before and he said it was fine. They're chill with it. And it's great for pets because they got grassy areas inside the gate and grassy areas outside the gate, just in case you are traveling with a dog. And so, I'm going to film that with the GoPro. So this pier is open from 8 to 6, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That. I've got my GoPro, so I might try to get some shots. You'll be able to see me filming the video. Because I think they have like a estuary over here on the end. So, no pets off leash. So I guess that means you can have pets on leash. You know, and you don't see many pets there. I think I've only seen one other pet here. Just because, you know, the cruise ships, most of them, they don't allow pets. And you know, plus the stuff you got to do to get them into the Bahamas, which isn't bad. But so wherever Bailey's gone, she's gotten a lot of attention because she's one of the only pet dogs here. Heard a company called Powerboat Tour. Yeah, Powerboat Tour. Yeah, I believe I know what you're talking about. They go to Exuma. Powerboat Tours goes to Exuma Island, and they leave from Paradise Island, you know, which is just this. Basically, the main island of Nassau is called New Providence Island. That's what we're on. And And then near downtown, there's a little bridge that goes over to another strip island that Atlantis is on, and that's called Paradise Island. So power boat tours, I believe it's a trip that goes to Exuma Island. I think, I want to say it's at least a 4-hour day because it takes a while to get down there. Oh, the temperature here is in the low 70s, maybe getting into the mid 70s. Yeah, so it's nice and warm here. Yeah, so that powerboat tours. If I come back here again in 2 years, I'm going to do that big trip to Exuma Island. 'Cause that's where the big island where there's pigs on. Now, there's on Rose Island, there's pigs too. So you can take the shorter boat tours there, like a 3-hour to 4 hours snorkel tour, which is what I did here. And I'm going to show you on the video. I don't know if I think I posted a short of it. So I'm going to set the camera down for a bit. Just let you watch that while I put the GoPro underwater and see what we film. So see what's down there. I did this on the I went snorkeling, and I got lots of great shots on. We did all the snorkeling in our Florida Keys series, and those were nice too. But boy, underneath the water here in the Bahamas, it's even much nicer than in the Florida Keys. And yeah, you'll see it on the video. Oh, I didn't see that last comment there. I was busy filming with the GoPro. Or actually, I'm not actually using a GoPro, I'm using an Action 5. I like the Action 5 better. It's better in low light. And I was using, I'm getting paid pretty good money to film this conference. Of course, I got my normal, powerboat tours was very fun, very expensive, though they set it up. You get to feed the iguanas, sea sharks, and pet stingrays. Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that. That's the advantage of going down to Exuma. It's more than just pigs. You see iguanas, and the iguanas here are different than the iguanas in the Florida Keys. They're really neat to see, and stingrays and some other wildlife. So yeah, man, now that you said it, almost makes me want to extend the day and do that trip. But I gotta get back to edit. So you take that powerboat, and we'll mention that on the video. We'll mention some of the boat tours that I didn't go on, but I'll mention it because I filmed a lot while I was on that boat tour. I saw a lot of the other boat tours going in and out, and that's the thing here. It's harder to find the boat tours, online, because a lot of these companies, they either don't have a website, or if they have it, they don't really give you much info, like where they leave from. So I remember that the first time I got here, I was here and I wanted to get on a boat tour, and man, it was hard finding. I ended up paying a guy like $400, a private boat at first. This was 2 years ago, to get out just to get shots in the water, because I didn't know where the public boat tours were at. Well, now I know, and so this video I was much better prepared, and so I'll fill you in on all of that. That will save you time and hassle when planning your Bahamas getaway. Yeah, look at that watercolor. In fact, I'm gonna set the camera down so I can film that. All right. Yeah, the watercolor here just, it beats anything in Florida. Even the dry Tortuga. Well, I don't know. Dry Tortugas might be about the same. Yeah, dry Tortugas was pretty impressive. Hey, good morning, Leslie. Good to see you. Good morning there, Thompson. I didn't see that first name, but Thompson, thanks for chiming in. So I want to try to get further down the coast. This place called Love Beach, and I think the Poop Deck is down there. A Poop Deck restaurant. there's two poop decks there. There's one near downtown, and there's one further down there. Those are probably one of the most famous. It's an odd name for a restaurant, I know, Poop Deck, but it's it's known to be one of the best eateries on the island. Now I think I didn't look at the prices, but just from the pictures, it looks more like a formal type dining. So I'm not going to eat there, but I may fly a drone over them to show you. All right, so there's your Baha Mar deck. Let me let the GoPro. I'm shooting against the sun there, so it's not going to look as colorful as if I had the sun behind me. And of course, the Baha Mar has a casino, and I want to say I think it's the biggest casino in the Bahamas. If you like that. Oh, so the water park is somewhere over here. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get in. I don't know. I still may walk over there after I end this live video and see.
We sat there for an hour before we ever left.
Yeah, so here, this is getting part of the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar. Oh, this is an exploration center. This is where you can meet nurse sharks, stingrays, turtles, and it's like a touch pool in there. So there's your rates. I'm going to film this with the GoPro too. Yeah, so I was talking about the Action 5. Oh, there's a parrot. He's looking upside down there. What's your name? That's a macaw. They can live up to 80 years. They communicate with screams and squawks that can be heard 2 miles away. They have a feather pattern around their eyes that is unique to each bird. Birds can bite, so you don't want to put your fingers near them. And her name is Jersey, a blue and gold macaw. Hey, Jersey. Now, the state where you're named at, I hear it's pretty cold right now up there. Yeah. Aren't you glad you're down here in the Bahamas? Yeah, I'll bet you are. You wouldn't want to be in Jersey right now, Jersey. All right. Oh, yeah. So I was saying about the Action 5 camera. I think, I got the Action 5. I know they have the Action 6 out now, but I don't think I bought the Action 6. How far is the airport? Oh, the airport's close. It's close. In fact, I went to pick up my friend, and I was going to allow like 30 minutes, and really only took me like 12 minutes to the airport. So, yeah, that's another advantage to the Baha Mar over Atlantis. You're much closer to the airport. With Atlantis, the airport is about 30 minutes away. So, I think this part of the island is just really great. Yeah, so if you can afford the Baha Mar, if you got that kind of money, do it, because I think it's much better than Atlantis. Now, Atlantis, you are closer to downtown, but even then, it's a little bit of a walk. You know, you got to walk to the ferry, then you can take the ferry across the waterway into downtown. So, should have just pulled it. So, again, the Action 5 camera. So, you know, I'm getting paid decent money. I got my professional cameras with me. But I found myself using this Action 5 and it's somewhat low light, and it did real good. You know, there are a lot of times where I preferred this over my big professional cameras, just because it got me the wider angle, and you know, it's got better image stabilization. So so here I am with these expensive cameras, getting paid good money to do this conference, and I'm just a lot of times walking around with a GoPro filming like during cocktail hours and things like that, and it got me great shots. So yeah, I highly recommend these Action 5s. And the other thing that's great about the Action 5, it's much easier. You can get the DJI cordless mics. It's just super easy to hook up the mic, the cordless mics, to the Action 5. Whereas GoPro, you can do it with a GoPro, but it's much more complicated. Not nearly as easy. So, all right. So we'll go up near to the top. I don't think I'm going to bring you inside the Baha Mar unless you want to see a bit on the inside. But where you walk into the casino. So they don't usually like you to film casinos. So here's a little play area, right? Is this a play area or a dog park? Oh, 6 degrees. I saw that 6 degrees somewhere. I didn't see the end of the comment. And you know, and I think the Baha Mar is pet friendly, because the conference where we're staying, they offered me to be able to buy the room. You know, they would take off part of our travel expenses, and then they would just have us, and we could have stayed here. But you know, and even though Bailey's a service animal, I don't know if, no, Bahamas sometimes has different rules, so I may have still had to pay a pet fee even though she's a service animal. But I decided I would rather be in an Airbnb and have better access to my car and everything. It's just more convenient for me. So yeah, so it is pet friendly. I want to say the pet fee may be like $200 for a stay, which isn't bad if you're staying for 10 days. That works out to $20 a day. So I'll show you this shot from here out towards the ocean. This is the shot right there. I filmed this earlier, but I want to film it again with this. My tile. Yeah, my tile was ringing, so that's why it went off for a second there. Oh, it's 6 degrees in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I saw that mention above about straw market. Yeah, so that's the shot. That might be my thumbnail right there for the edited video. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video, see if I can get in the water park over there. And again, thank you all. Hope you are staying warm where you're at. Just wanted to warm you up a little bit, those of you up north. Thank you, Ronnie. And so there you have, this video will be archived, so as soon as it's done processing, it's a 44-minute video, so it might take a little while to process, but you'll be able to pull up the archive version. And just to explain, when it processes it, you don't see the full quality until it finishes processing, which could take a few hours. So it may look maybe in HD for a bit, but then eventually you'll see it in 4K. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Orchids Love. Thank you for your comments, and again, hope all of you stay warm. Maybe this evening we'll do another live video from somewhere, and I'll let you know how it goes with Bailey jet skiing in the Bahamas, man. Rocky Top Dog jet skiing in the Bahamas. Rural program, yeah, Houston. Thank you, Martin, and thank you, Bahora Sewellen. Woohoo! Yeah, Roger, Atlantis. Yeah, oh, and I got great aerial shots of Atlantis, and we'll use some of the footage from last year's Atlantis footage that we'll show you Atlantis too on this video, as well as Baha Mar. All right, take care, everybody.